when CJ get in this car and he see this bumper, he gonna be like, what the world? So let me tell you what happened. First of all, how was school?
Good.
Can you take your book bag out? So you can get it right? Okay, so you know that phone booth thing that I had rented, I had to take it back to Columbia. So I took it back. On the way back to come straight here, I hear like something like boom, like a popping sound. And I'm like, but I was riding beside an 18-wheeler truck, so I thought, oh, they must have had a blowout, a tire blowout. Look in my side mirror, I see my bumper just dragging. And I said, what the crap? So I pulled over. Then I tried to put it back on, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it to CJ school with this bumper like this. So I called Daddy said, take it off and put it in the car. I said, if I put it in the car, I said, CJ ain't gonna have no one. So then I had to figure out how to put it in here so you can get in here. I said, oh, CJ gonna have a fit when I pull up to the station with this. So it wasn't enough time for Dad. So Daddy got in the car to leave home to come and get you. But it was saying 108 by the time he get there. And so then I was like, no, that's gonna be too late. But it was saying 12:50 something for me. So I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I said, he just gonna have to get on this side. I said, but Lord. Then the GPS kept saying 1 o'clock, then it finally said 1:08. I said, why I keep going up? But then that man right there on that motorcycle right there, when I was coming down, he was in the middle of the road. He had fell off the bike, the motorcycle.
That same man?
That same man. So then I had to come to a complete stop, because now I would have hit him, and then I had to wait for him to pick the bike up. And then he got so much stuff on the back of it. Then he found something, he moved it to the side, I guess, to get himself together. And I guess he got it together, because now he coming this way. But I think he was trying to turn, and when he turned, he tumbled over. But he had so much stuff on that bike. I know it's heavy. I was like, man, what's my look today?
No, come on, I seen you. I was like, I'm not gonna do not got this bump like that. So I was like, that ain't my car. And when you pulled up, I seen your phone.
Uh-huh.
So I was like,
And I was like,
I was looking at you, kept going to this side. I was going to the dog. Like,
yeah, because I was trying to get you there. And then I was like, I said, well, maybe if I don't pull out whips. I was hoping when that BMW was in front, when that guy with them crutches was getting, I was hoping you saw me then, so that you could just then, you know, come on in, and then we could have just went on, versus if I'd have pulled all the way up to the stop sign, everybody would have saw you coming and getting. And I was like, I didn't want to embarrass you or anything like that. But I was like, so I was trying to, that's why I was like looking at you, and then I was telling you to go ahead and come on this side. At least you was paying attention most of the time. I'd have been waiting at the door, and somebody would have been like, CJ, having to come ask me who it was and holler your name out. I used to do it betting on the green. I was like, Lord Jesus. Did you ever wake up? You probably still had some of that Benadryl on you this morning, because you was out of it.